I have 422 friends, yet I'm lonely. I speak to all of them every day, yet none of them really know me. The problem I have sits in the spaces between, looking into their eyes or at a name on a screen. I took a step back and opened my eyes. I looked around and then realised that this media we call social is anything but. When we open our computers, and it's our doors that we shut. All technology we have is just an illusion of community, companionship, and a sense of inclusion. It's when you step away from this device of delusion, you awaken to see a world of confusion. A world where we're slaves to the technology we've mastered, where our information gets sold by some rich greedy bastard. A world of self-interest, self-image, self-promotion, where we all share our best bits and leave out the emotion. We are most happy when we experience, we share. But it is the same if nobody else is there. Be there for your friends and they'll be there too. But if no one will be, if a group message will do. We edit and exaggerate, we crave adulation. We pretend that we don't notice the social isolation. We put our words to order until our lives are glistening. We don't even know if anyone's listening. Being alone isn't the problem. Let me just emphasise that if you read a book, paint a picture, or do some exercise, you are being productive and present, not reserved or recluse. You're being awake and attentive, and putting your time to good use.
When you're in public and you start to feel alone, put your hands behind your head and step away from the phone. You don't need to stare at your menu or at your contact list. Just talk to one another and learn to coexist. I can't stand to hear the silence of a busy commuter train when no one wants to talk through the fear of looking insane. We're becoming unsocial, it no longer satisfies to engage with one another and look into someone's eyes. We're surrounded by children who since they were born watch us living like robots and think it's the norm. It's not very likely you'll make a world's greatest dad if you can't entertain your child without using an iPad. When I was a child, I would never be home. I'd be out with my friends on our bikes we would roam. We'd wear holes in our trainers and gaze up our knees. We'll build our own clubhouse high up in the trees. Now the parks are so quiet, it gives me a chill to see no children outside in the swings hanging still. There's no skipping or hopscotch, no church, no steeple. We're a generation of idiots, smartphones and dumb people. So look up from your phone, shut down that display. Take in your surroundings and make the most of today. One real connection is all it can take to show you the difference that being there can make. Be there in the moment when she gives you the look that you remember forever and when love overtook. The time you first hold her hand or first kiss her lips. The time you first disagree but still love her to bits.
The time you don't need to tell hundreds about what you've just done because you want to share the moment with just this one. The time you sell your computer so you can buy a ring for the girl of your dreams who is now the real thing. The time you want to start a family and the moment when you hold your baby girl and get to fall in love again. The time she keeps you up at night and all you want is rest. The time you wipe away the tears as your baby flees the nest. The time your little girl returns with a boy for you to hold. And the day he calls you granddad that makes you feel real old. The time you take in all you've made just by giving life attention and how glad you didn't waste it by looking down at some invention. The time you hold your wife's hand and sit down beside her bed. You tell her that you love her and lay a kiss upon her head. She then whispers to you quietly as her heart gives the final beat that she's lucky she got stopped by that lost boy in the street. But none of these times ever happen. You never had any of this. When you're too busy looking down, you don't see the chances you miss. So look up from your phone, shut down those displays. We have a finite existence, a set number of days. Why waste all our time getting caught up in the net when the time comes, nothing worse to regret. I'm guilty too of being part of this machine, this digital world, where we are heard but not seen, where we talk but don't talk, where we read as we chat, where we spend our hours together without making eye contact. Don't give in to a life where you follow the hype. Give people your love, don't give them your like. Disconnect from the need to be heard and defined. Go out into the world, leave distractions behind. Look up from your phone, shut down that display, stop watching this video, and live life the real way.